In February 1975, American Motors introduced a car that Car and Driver magazine called "Unlike any machine that has ever rolled out of Detroit or the doors of any foreign manufacturer." American Motors, said the headline, has decided conventional looks are passé, but comfort and room for four are here to stay. This statement holds true for the 1977 Pacer, even compared to some pretty stiff competition. But the Pacer sedan, the forerunner in dynamic engineering and design, competes head-on for the buyer in the compact market segment. In many selected categories, the Pacer sedan shows this competitive edge. For example, the exterior dimensions that help define maneuverability, handling, and stability means Pacer stands out as the car with the advantage. For interior roominess and comfort, the Pacer sedan is remarkably well engineered to take advantage of usable, accessible space when compared to the competition. And when you consider the overall exterior dimensions of the other cars in the market, Pacer's interior space allows for passenger comfort you'd expect in larger cars. And speaking of room, Pacer has no competition when it comes to cargo capacity, even compared to the larger Nova hatchback series. Add to this a larger fuel tank and smaller turning diameter, Pacer's design, engineering, and maneuverability make it tough competition in the compact car market. Today, we're going to show you the logical next step in the Pacer revolution, the Pacer wagon. And in order to help you sell this remarkable new car, this presentation will point out its features and important advantages over certain of the competition, although it really has no competition at all, because there's more to an AMC. Let me show you what I mean. Now, here is a choosy car buyer, one who obviously won't settle for a boring, everyday sort of automobile.
Good afternoon.
I'm looking for a new car, but I can't seem to find what I want. I'm always having to haul a lot of stuff around.
No problem.
But I also expect style in the car I drive. Cars all seem to look alike these days, but I don't want one that looks just like everyone else's. My car has to be unique and stylish enough that my husband and I will be proud to take it anywhere.
I see. But that's still no problem.
But you don't understand. I've had my share of bad luck with cars in things like reliability, strength, and durability. The car I'm looking for has to be quiet, good riding, stable on the highway, easy to park and handle, and economical to operate. I expect good value for my money, a well-built car that will last a long time, and a strong service plan to back it up. I don't suppose you have a car like that, do you?
Well, that is a pretty tall order to fill, but I think we may be able to handle it. Take a look at this Pacer, for instance.
Ooh, I like that. It's nice looking and really different. And look at this interior. It's beautiful and really roomy. The back is roomy, too, and the visibility is great.
We like to say it has unique styling with function. You know, American Motors is the most consumer-sensitive manufacturer in the business. Notice the extra wide door on this side, which makes getting in and out a snap, and the big wide cargo hatch in back, supported by lifters that actually help you open it.
Great, I love it. Except it just doesn't seem to have the cargo room I need.
We do have a new model this year that's just like this Pacer, but with almost twice as much cargo room.
You mean a Pacer wagon?
That's right.
But I just don't like station wagons. And I've had my experience with all kinds, too. The big ones are too big, and the small ones are too small. Station wagons just aren't me.
But, ma'am, this isn't a station wagon. It's a Pacer wagon. It's different. It's only 4 inches longer than the Pacer sedan, but gives you almost 48 cubic feet of usable, accessible cargo space. And in terms of cargo load capacity, Pacer wagon can hold 50 pounds more than Pinto, and 100 pounds more than Volare and Aspen. It's got the style of the sedan, but the function of the wagon.
It is beautiful. And look at all that room. The door even opens all the way down to the bumper.
Right. And when you compare liftover heights, you'll have an easier time loading cargo into the rear of the Pacer wagon.
It's more than 2 feet shorter than the Volare Aspen wagons, but over 4 inches wider. It has a wider stance than Volare or Aspen, combined with rack and pinion steering for stability and sure-footed handling. Plus, isolated suspension front and rear for a big car ride. It has almost as much as Volare and Aspen in headroom and legroom, both front and rear, but has an 1.5 inches more shoulder room in front for a really spacious cabin. And compared to the Vega wagon, the Pacer has almost 9 inches more hip room and 6 inches more shoulder room in front. When compared to Pinto, the Pacer has almost 5 inches more legroom and up to 3 inches more hip room in the back seat.
Look at this, carpeting on the doors. Beautiful seats, much nicer than the standard seats in the other cars I've looked at. A big protective scuff molding on the sides. The other cars didn't have that. Little windows that flip open.
That's something else other cars like Vega don't have.
And even a locking storage compartment where I can keep my valuable things safe and out of sight.
Right. There's nothing like it offered by Pinto.
Such a big, flat, carpeted load floor. I suppose you have to pay extra for all that, right?
No, ma'am. That's all standard equipment on the Pacer wagon. A virtually maintenance-free electronic ignition and a big 22-gallon fuel tank, which means you can travel further with less fill-ups. 2 gallons more than the 6-cylinder Volare Aspen, 6 more than Vega, and 8 gallons more than the 4-cylinder Pinto wagon.
It's got optional equipment like a big car. A tilt steering wheel so I can adjust it where I want it and flip it up for getting in and out. Intermittent windshield wipers for those misty rains. A rear window wiper and washer. Reclining seat so I can adjust the position whether driving or riding, just the way I want it. Even optional vent windows to help circulate the air. Seems like I haven't seen those for years.
That's right. Pinto doesn't have it, and neither does Vega, Aspen, or Volare. Besides the usual things like air conditioning, power steering and brakes, automatic transmission, and stereo radio and tape player, there are also all sorts of dress-up and fun-to-drive items on Pacer's option list. The luxury DL package includes your choice of individual reclining seats in rally perforated vinyl or basket reprint fabric, custom door panels with assist straps, wood grain instrument panel and custom steering wheel, styled road wheels, carpeted cargo sidewalls, and cargo area and liftgate skid strips for both beauty and protection. Wood grain overlays on side and rear exterior panels for an extra touch of class, and rubber nerfing strips to protect the bumpers. There are also sporty and comfortable bucket seats available in either rally perforated vinyl or AMC's very own youthful blue Levi's fabric seats. No one else has that. The deluxe visibility group includes a right side mirror, remote-controlled left side mirror, intermittent action windshield wipers for those foggy or wet days when constant action isn't really needed, electric rear window defroster, and more. You can also order a handy console, which serves as a center armrest, in addition to providing a locking storage compartment for your small valuables. Tinted glass all around to keep the sun out of your eyes and off your back. A handsome, useful roof luggage rack to extend your Pacer wagon's carrying capacity even further. And performance options such as a larger 6-cylinder engine, 4-speed manual transmission with floor shift, steel-belted radial tires for a better ride and longer wear, and heavy-duty suspension for even better handling and roadability. And the security offered by the industry's most comprehensive service plan, American Motors Buyer Protection Plan 2, which has been expanded for 1977 to cover at no charge the entire engine and drivetrain for a period of 2 years or 24,000 miles. No other company will do that. Virtually everything else except tires is covered for 1 year or 12,000 miles. Coverage also includes service adjustments if necessary for the first 4 months or 4,000 miles of operation. Buyer Protection Plan 2 also provides you with our exclusive free loaner program and trip interruption protection when your car is in for guarantee-eligible repairs.
Fantastic! It has all the interior room I need and plenty of cargo room. I can carry all kinds of things, and that big wide hatch and low lift-over height makes it so easy to load. It has the style and class I want. It's really the only wagon I've seen that I'd want to be seen in. Big car ride and features, but small car handling and economy. It's perfect. I love it.
We thought you might like it. Now if you'll step into my office, we can get the paperwork out of the way.
And I thought nobody made the right car for me. Thank you, American Motors. There really is more to an AMC.